Good evening. My name is Diannisa Rahma. I'm from Binus University, majoring industrial engineering from LCDA class. So today I will explain about good communication skills. These are several points that I will try to deliver about effective communications. The first is definition of effective communication, commandment of good communication, communication skills examples, and barriers to communication skills. Communication, at its simplest, is the act of transferring information from one place to another. It may be vocally, using voice, written, using printed or digital media such as books, magazines, websites, or emails, visually, using logos, maps, charts, or graphs, or non-verbally, using body language, gestures, and the tone and pitch of voice. In practice, it is often a combination of several of these. Communication skills are abilities you use when giving and receiving different kinds of information. Some examples include communicating ideas, feelings, or what's happening around you. Communication skills involve listening, speaking, observing, and empathizing. It is also helpful to understand the differences in how to communicate through face-to-face, phone conversations, and digital communications like email or social media. The importance of good communication skills. Developing your communication skills can help all aspects of your life, from your personal life, professional life, to social gatherings and everything in between. The ability to communicate information accurately, clearly, and as intended, it is a vital life skills and something that should not to be overlooked. It's never too late to work on your communication skills, and by doing so, you may well find that you improve your quality of life because communication skills are needed in every aspect of life. Good communication skills can improve the way that you operate through life, smoothing your way in your relationship with others. Poor communication skills, on the other hand, can sour a relationship from business to personal and make your life significantly harder. That's why we need a good communication skills. These are 10 commandments of good communication. The first is seek to clarify your ideas before communicating. The more systematically we analyze the problem or idea to be communicated, the clearer it becomes. Good communication planning must also consider the goals and attitudes of those who will receive the communication and those who will be affected by it. Second is examine the true purpose of each communication. Before you communicate, ask yourself what you really want to accomplish with your message. Obtain information, initiate action, change another person's attitude, identify your most important goal, and then adapt your language, tone, and a total approach to serve that specific objective. Third is consider the total physical and human setting whenever you want to communicate. Consult with others where appropriate in planning communication. Be mindful while you communicate of the overtones as well as the basic content of your message. Your tone, your voice, your expression, your apparent receptiveness to the responses of each others all have tremendous impact on those you wish to reach. Frequently overlooked, these subtleties of communication often affect a listener's reaction to a message even more than its basic content. And such consultation often helps to lead additional insight and objectivity to your message. Moreover, those who have helped plan your communication will give it their active support. The sixth is take the opportunity when it arises to convey something of help or value to the receiver. Consideration of the other person's interests and needs, the habit of trying to look at things from his or her point of view, will frequently reveal opportunities to convey something of immediate benefit or long range to value for her or him. Seven is follow up your communication. This you can do by asking questions, by encouraging the receiver to express his or her reactions, by follow-up contacts, and by a subsequent review of performance. Make certain that every important communication has a feedback, so that complete understanding and appropriate actions results. The eighth is communicate for tomorrow as well as today. While communications may be aimed primarily at meeting the demands of an immediate situation, they must be planned with the past in mind if they are to maintain consistency in the receiver's views. But most important of all, they must be consistent with the long-range interests and goals. For example, it is not easy to communicate frankly on such matters as poor performance of the shortcomings of a loyal subordinate, but postponing disagreeable communication makes them more difficult in the long run, and it is actually unfair to your subordinates and your company. 9 is be sure your action supports your communication. This is the most important thing. In the final analysis, the most persuasive kind of communication is not what you say, it's not what you say but what you do. For other people, this means that good practice such as clear assignment of responsibility and authority, fair rewards for effort, and sound policy enforcement serve to communicate at more than all the gift of oratory. Then is seek not only to be understood, but understand. Be a good listener. When we start talking, we often cease to listen. In that larger sense of being attuned to the other person's unspoken reactions and attitudes. Listening demands that we concentrate not only on the explicit meanings another person is expressing, but on the implicit meanings, unspoken words that and undertones that may be far more significant. Next one is communication skills examples. First is active listening. Active listening means paying close attention to the person who is speaking to you. People who are active listeners are well regarded by their coworkers because of the attention and respect they offer others. While it seems simple, this is a skill that can be hard to develop and improve. You can be actively listening by focusing on the speaker, avoiding distractions, and improve. You can be an active listener by um, avoiding laptops or other projects and preparing your questions, comments, or ideas to the thoughtfully respond. Second is communication style adaptation. Different styles of communications are appropriate in different situations. To make the best use of your communication skills, it's important to consider your styles, your communication styles, based on your audience and the most effective format to communicate with them. Third is friendliness. Friendliness. Approach your inter- Approach your interactions with a positive attitude. Keep an open mind and ask questions to help you understand where they're coming from. Small gestures, such as asking someone how they're doing, smiling, laughing as we speak, or offering praise for work well done, can help you foster productive communication. Fourth is confidence. There are many ways to appear confident, including by making eye contact when you're addressing someone, sitting up straight with your shoulders open, and preparing ahead of time so your thoughts are polished. The key is preparation. 5 is feedback. Strong communicators are able to accept critical feedback and provide constructive input to others. Feedback should answer questions, provide solutions, or help strengthen the project or topic at the hand. 6 is having empathy. Having empathy means that you can understand and share the emotion of others. This communication skill is important in both team and one-on-one communications. In both cases, you will need to understand other people's emotion and select an appropriate response. Next is respect. Respectfully communicating also means using your time with someone else wisely, staying on topic, asking clear questions, and responding fully to any questions you've been asked. The last is responsiveness. Whether you're returning a phone call or sending a reply to an email, fast communicators are viewed as more effective than those who are slow to respond. One method is to consider how long your response will take. Is this a request or a question you can answer in the next 5 minutes? Or maybe you can answer it in a day? If so, it may be a good idea to address it as soon as possible. Before practicing effective communication skills, we also need to know what are some behaviors that get in the way of communicating effectively with other people. These are 5 barriers to effective communication. First is judging the other person. If you are judging a person while you're talking to the other person, you could be criticizing. Back to the main skills of communication, we need to respect each other. Second is not paying attention. Example, playing with your mobile phone while other people is talking is a big no for a good communication. Remember, listen actively and try to understand each other. Third is using technical language. We are often hear someone use some words that only relatable for their profession, so we cannot understand the words. It's not understandable. Use words that easy to understand to other people. Fourth is giving unwanted advice. Don't judge and tell people what to do. Listen to them carefully because sometimes they just need to talk and don't need any advice. Five is avoiding concern of others. Be sensitive. Try to address the problem and take the individual's feelings and concerns into the account. So, being able to communicate effectively is also a skill like any other. It too can be learned given time. Anyone can make a start on improving their communication skills at any time, and the investment of time and effort is likely to pay off rapidly. Keep practicing and make it into your habit. Thank you for your attention. Good evening.